Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the JRS Cars YouTube channel. In today's video, I have an all-new vehicle from Mahindra. That's this Bolero Neo. என்னடா வண்டியை பார்த்து டியூவி மாதிரி இருக்கு நீங்க கேட்பீங்க. ஆனா அது கிடையாது. ஏன்னா இதுதான் the new Bolero Neo. So what's new in this vehicle? What's been changed? Why is it been called the Bolero Neo? All this and more in this video. Let's begin straight away. Before we get into this review, a massive thank you to Automotive Mahindra for giving me this Bolero Neo for review. Automotive Mahindra is one of the most established Mahindra dealerships here in Chennai, and they have all the latest products from Mahindra, including the new Bolero Neo. If you're looking to buy any Mahindra product, do check out Automotive Mahindra. The links will be in the description below. Straight away starting with the styling, from the front, this does look like a TUV facelift. We have the all-new Mahindra grille over here. We have this LED DRLs over here, which you can see blinking. And just like the XUV facelift, they seem to merge along with the grille quite nicely. We have a set of fog lights down below, and we have this all-new bumper with the kind of 4-skid plate effect over here. Looks very nice and does give the vehicle a more upmarket look. Moving to the side profile, we have these 15-inch wheels. Yes, they are a size small, but do remember that this is a vehicle which is based for the rural area, and having small size wheels means two things: a more comfortable ride comfort, and secondly, maintenance cost, because 15-inch wheels cost much less than 16-inch wheels. Moving to the side profile, we have this added kind of body cladding over here, which gives this vehicle a bit of the Bolero look over here to make it seem more tough. We get a side step over here as well. And moving to the rear, again, simple, plain, boxy. That's the name of the game over here. We have 4 rear parking sensors over here. We have the spare wheel mounted over here, and it says here Mahindra Bolero. And over here we have the all-new Bolero Neo badging. We get a rear wiper as well. Let's quickly open the back. So opening the boot, as you guys can see, the tailgate opens like almost half the length of the vehicle away. And over here we have 2 jump seats. Yes, this is actually a 7-seater vehicle, though I will not recommend you sit over here for long distances. You do get a step over here, and let's quickly see how easy it is to get inside. Okay, so as you guys can see, I am sitting over here. Yes, it's not the best and most comfortable place, but as you guys can see, it does work if you want to transport people for a short distance at least. So that's the jump seat over here. You do get a small butterfly kind of opening window over there as well, and you get a pocket over here if you want to keep your phone, and you get a handle to hold on to as well. Lights, yes, you get light over here as well. So let's go check out the back seat space now. Getting out, it will be a little careful not to bump your head. Nice solid feeling over here. So moving inside, the door is a bit small, and you do need to be careful about your head because this sometimes can hit your head if you are not too careful. So let's quickly get inside. We have your window controls over here, a door pocket with a bottle holder, and let's jump inside. Yeah. So as you guys can see, this front seat has been pushed all the way in the front, and this is my driving position. Space at the back, I mean, if you have very cooperative passengers, it's not too bad. As you guys can see, we have ample knee room. Headroom is plentiful. I mean, you have like almost at least more than 2-3 inches of space above me. And yeah, I mean, sitting 3 people over here should not be an issue. We have a center armrest as well. So yeah, overall sitting at the back over here is quite comfortable. The only thing is rear seat space, if you have a tall driver, is not that great. Other than that, feels quite good. Let's jump to the front now. Before that, let me show you the key. So this is the key of the all new Bolero Neo. You get a flip key as well. One thing you notice, you don't have your window controls over here. Everything's in the center. Let me show you that. Yeah. Let's really start the vehicle. Alright guys, so talking about the driver's seat, well, you have a nice Mahindra steering wheel to hold on to. Feels good in the hand. We have your steering motor controls here and here. Your headlight controls there, your wiper controls over there. Over here we have the buttons for your mirrors, your eco mode, and have the engine start stop over here, which is basically auto start stop. We'll check that out when you start driving. We have an eco mode over here and your defogger as well. So talking about instrument cluster, I mean, it's simple, clear and basic. We have your tachometer, speedometer and a multifunction display in the center. Yeah, I think now it's more clear. Well, you have your lights over here, you have a manual mirror, we have a sun visor over here and one with a mirror on the other side. We have a single glove box which is decently sized. The main thing about the Bolero Neo is that it's trying to bring a little bit of creature comfort to a segment which is known for ruggedness. And I think at that, the car does quite well. We have your window controls down here, a lot of storage spaces. The front seats have captain chairs, so you have an individual armrest for yourself. So you needn't fight with your passenger for that. So we have a touchscreen infotainment system over here. Let's quickly listen to the audio clip. As you guys see, the audio system is not that bad. We also have an info module over here. So that gives you your distance to empty, your alerts, your DRL. You can switch on or off it over here. That's a nice touch. Putting the vehicle in reverse, we get your reverse assist over here, which are your 4 parking sensors I showed you before. You get a small storage over here as well. Your AC vents over there. Let's quickly on the AC. The controls feel nice and have a nice heft to it, so it definitely should be long lasting. AC controls, we have an AC Eco over here, which makes the AC work more economically to save more fuel. And with that, let's really check out the engine bay of the vehicle. And there we have it guys, the 1.5 litre 3-cylinder engine producing 100 bhp and 260 Newton meters of peak torque. We have the turbo over there, nicely insulated to protect heat. Yes, as you guys can see, the engine does vibrate quite a bit, but you can't feel much vibration inside the cabin. I think overall it's a great car. Let's get driving straight away. Alright guys, so driving the Bolero Neo. Before we get into the driving experience, let me tell you why I think Mahindra did an excellent and fantastic job in rebranding the TUV 300 as the Bolero Neo. Let me take you back to 2015 when Mahindra launched the TUV 300 to compete in the hotly anticipated under 4 meter SUV segment. At the time, the TUV 300 competed against heavyweights like the Ford EcoSport and the Vitara Brezza. Compared to these two cars, the TUV 300 was down on power, down on features, and it lacked the comfort and features of the other two competitors. That's what caused low sales numbers, and that's why in 2020, after BS6 emission norms, the TUV 300 was discontinued. In the meanwhile, Mahindra realized it required a much better product to take on the under 4 meter SUV segment. Hence in 2019, the SsangYong Tivoli was sent for surgery to make it under 4 meters and was launched as the XUV 300. This was a much more complete product and was definitely a much better competition to the rivals in the segment. However, having the XUV 300 and the TUV 300 in the same portfolio further reduced the sales of the TUV 300. However, after investing a lot of money in the development of the TUV 300, Mahindra was not so keen in cutting off their product so easily, and that's when they realized that the regular Bolero SUV, the one product that's been in the top 10 sales charts every single month for almost like 10 years now, the Mahindra Bolero was still selling like hotcakes. Hence, taking the regular Bolero, giving a few luxury touches and creature comforts would do wonders for the bottom line, and that's when the TUV 300 was rebranded as the Bolero Neo, and that's the car I'm driving today. By doing this, Mahindra has literally taken itself above the competition because this segment has no competition. Think about it, the Bolero running for so many years has no competition, and having a luxury version of the Bolero will have absolutely no competition. Before we proceed further into the review, do note that everything I mention about this car, all its positives and negatives, is because this is the only vehicle in the segment. I am not comparing this car to other vehicles in the segment like the Kia Sonet, the Hyundai Venue with the Vitara Brezza. Oh no. This vehicle is in a segment of its own, and let's look at that objectively in this video. So straight away, starting with visibility, you sit nice and high, you have a good view of what's in front of you, and driving this car in the city traffic is really a charm. On rural roads, you are absolutely king of the road and nothing can stop you in the Bolero Neo. Yes, the vehicle is a bit lower than the TUV 300 and this does help in the handling as well as the dynamics of the vehicle, but this does not affect the ground clearance as it remains the same as the TUV 300. Talking about the engine and gearbox, in this vehicle we get the Mhawk 100, which is a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder turbo diesel producing 100 bhp and 260 Newton meters of peak torque. Power is sent to the rear wheels via a 5-speed manual gearbox. Talking about this engine, at idle it's quite smooth, you don't feel a lot of vibration inside the cabin, though the only vibration you can see is on the gear lever. Getting a move on, the engine idles smoothly and gets a move on quite well. Revving the engine above 3500 rpm is of no use because all the power tapers off quite early. However, keep the vehicle in this power band between 1500 to 3000 rpm and progress is quite decent. Talking about the gearbox, now slotting into gears does give a positive response. However, sometimes it can feel a bit notchy, but then again, this does not compete with the best in the segment. This is only car in the segment, so that's forgivable. Now, one thing I must tell you is the absolutely beautiful ride quality in this vehicle. Yes, many people think that 15-inch wheels in 2021 is really very small. However, take a look at the thick side profile on this tire. That and the new multi-link suspension really give the vehicle a really impressive ride quality, and I must say that this is one of the best riding Mahindras I've ever driven. Handling on the other hand, this is a Mahindra, you can't expect anything very great. However, that being said, the vehicle does point to where you want it to go, so overall I'll say handling is okay. Finally, talking about pricing. Now Mahindra has priced the Bolero Neo quite attractively between 8.5 to 10 lakh rupees. This puts it about 30 or 40,000 rupees more expensive than the regular Bolero, and I feel for that money you are getting a much more rounded, polished, luxurious and comfortable product when you compare it to the regular Bolero. And having both the Bolero and the Bolero Neo sell side by side means that Mahindra retains their rugged and reliable companion as well as the luxury version of that selling side by side. So the customer is king because he gets to choose exactly what he wants. Finally, we come to one last party trick of the Bolero Neo, and that, my friends, is a mechanical locking differential. To understand how this works, we need to know how a differential operates. A differential's main purpose is to split the engine's power between the driven wheels. In this case, it's a rear wheel drive vehicle, so the differential splits the power between the left rear wheel and the right rear wheel. However, while driving on off-roady surfaces or on uneven surfaces, if by chance one driven wheel is in the air, the differential will send all the power to the wheel in the air and the vehicle will be simply standing standstill while the wheel simply spins aimlessly. A mechanical locking differential will sense this wheel slip and then send the power to the wheel on the ground, hence bringing you out of sticky situations. And that, my friends, is the purpose of a mechanical locking differential. This feature is available only on the top spec Bolero Neo and the price has not been announced for the same, but you can expect maybe 20 or 30,000 rupees more for this additional off-road capability. And so guys, that's my review of the Bolero Neo. A massive thank you to Automotive Mahindra for giving me this Bolero Neo for review. Do check them out if you plan to buy the Bolero Neo or any other Mahindra product. Do give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Take a second to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video really soon. Take care, bye bye, drive safe.